Are you thinking about making a move to Kenosha, Wisconsin? Let's take a look around and let me show you everything that this city has to offer. Hey there everyone, welcome back to the Moving to Milwaukee channel. Today I'm giving you a tour of the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm going to talk about what the city is best known for, all of the methods of transportation that people use to get around and in and out the city, and the necessities for its residents, real estate of course, because after all, you gotta have a place to live. I'm also going to share my experience at a luxury hotel I went to a few weeks ago called the Stella. I was here for a wedding and I booked a room to stay the night, and I gotta say, even if you're visiting Kenosha, Wisconsin, this is definitely a place you gotta see. So with that said, let's get into it. So to give you all a brief but informative history on the city of Kenosha, it was originally founded by a group of Native Americans who called it Kenosha. This word means place of the pike, and by pike I do mean the fish, northern pike, for all of you fishermen out there. Over the years, more settlers arrived, and when the first official post office was established, it was renamed to Pike Creek, and even in later years, it was renamed again to Southport due to the city being a well-known shipping port for the Great Lakes. And finally, in 1850, there was one more name change to what we know today, Kenosha, which made it more of a modernized version of the original name, Kenosha. This city today is long known for being a manufacturing town, and Kenosha has been home to big name companies such as Ocean Spray, Uline, and is even the global headquarters for big brands like Jockey International and Snap-on Tools. And to wrap up this history lesson for you, Kenosha is the hometown of numerous famous names and faces. For fun fact, just to name a few are fashion designer Kendra Scott, Baltimore Ravens running back Melvin Gordon III, and actor Mark Ruffalo. And this is just a few of a couple of dozen of names and faces to famous actors, sports figures, chefs, and designers and composers, and the list goes on. So feel free to check it out on Kenosha's website. There's a whole list. And to take a quick minute to introduce myself, my name is William Loos. I'm a local realtor serving the southeast Wisconsin area. And if you're more curious about moving to Kenosha, let alone our great state of Wisconsin, then reach out to me directly. Let's talk about your housing goals and how I can help you give a warm welcome to our great state of southeast Wisconsin. The city of Kenosha is on the southeastern corner of the entire state of Wisconsin and is right on the Wisconsin-Illinois border. And there are numerous modes of transportation to get in and out of the cities, as well as to get to other cities and neighborhoods, let alone one side of Kenosha to the other. When it comes to driving in and out of Kenosha, 52nd Street, 60th Street, 75th Street, and Washington Road are some main roads that run east and west that will take you to downtown Kenosha, as well as the main interstate, I-94. This freeway will take you north to Milwaukee and south to Illinois. Now this puts Kenosha about 45 minutes from the city of Milwaukee and just under 90 minutes from the city of Chicago. But now, say you want to take a little day trip to Chicago and you don't want to deal with driving, let alone tollways, traffic jams, or even parking for that matter, no problem. The Metro train line is a commuter railway which services all of Chicagoland and makes stops up in northeastern Illinois and Wisconsin, making a stop right here in Kenosha. Now, to keep it more local in the city of Kenosha, if you want to get around the area but don't necessarily want to take your set of wheels, Kenosha conveniently has a streetcar trolley that takes you around the Kenosha area for a modest fare, and even more modest for those who serve because military rides free. When you live in the city of Kenosha, you will have many businesses within a very short drive of home, let alone other coffee shops and restaurants and bars. I'll cover that in another video. But with over a dozen grocery stores nearby, you are sure to find the ingredients for your next meal. In addition to the grocery stores, there are also a number of gyms in the area. If you're a fitness junkie and need to get out and work out, not to mention walking or running along the trails along the lake shores of Lake Michigan is beautiful. A lot of residents tend to do that. Not to mention pharmacies, mechanics, medical care, you name it, Kenosha has got it, and it's all right in your backyard within 10-minute drive. So what is housing like in the city of Kenosha? Kenosha will have a median list price of $327,500 at this time,
Many homes you will find at this price point, and give or take $100,000, will be a single-family home with 3 or 4 bedrooms between 1,700 to 2,500 square feet of living space, and many homes will come with a 2-car attached garage. Some homes for sale that are under $200,000 will get you with 2 to 3 bedrooms and 1,200 square feet of living space, and if the home does come with parking, it'll be a 1 to 2-car detached garage. Some homes that are larger or close to the lakefront on Lake Michigan will warrant a higher price of $600,000 plus. When it comes to condos in the Kenosha market, many will range in price from $200,000 to $300,000 and have 2 bedrooms and on average 1,200 square feet of living space. And when it comes to an investment perspective, you can find a duplex property for as low as $170,000 and upwards of $450,000, depending on the bedrooms, living space, location, and how new the build is. There are currently 38 active listings on the market at this time. Homes will last an average 37 days on the market before going under contract.
When it comes to rentals in the Kenosha area, you can find a 1 to 2 bedroom unit in a duplex or an apartment for as low as $700 to $800 a month. Now, some apartments and single family homes with a 2,000 to 3,000 square foot of living space will command higher rent for $2,000 to $3,500 a month or more, give or take a few hundred. And just to keep in mind, regardless where you would look for an apartment, one will differ from the next as amenities as well as the environment will influence the rent price. So if you want to just visit Kenosha to check it out for yourself, you will need a place to stay, obviously. A few weeks ago, I went to a wedding for a great friend, and I booked a room at this hotel where the reception was taking place. And after I stepped in and seen it for myself, wow is all I have to say. Welcome to the Stella Hotel and Ballroom. This hotel is a reformation of a 100-year-old building into a modern yet historic full-service hotel. And I just wanted to share my experience that I've had at my stay. I checked into this hotel and got to see how immaculate this place is. My room was clean, spacious, the bathrooms had updated fixtures, the water was nice and hot. There was a Keurig with complimentary K-cups on the table, as well as even some pre-bottled cocktails on the table for guests at $20 a bottle, billed to your room at the end of your stay. However, if you're like me, a total foodie and loves to check out new places and be a little bit of a cocktail critic, why would you want to grab something pre-bottled when you can have a cracked cocktail downstairs on the first floor at the 1844 at the MASH, the Stella's in-house restaurant? In between the ceremony and reception, I got to stop into this place while some of my friends were taking the wedding photos. This place offered appetizers, seasonal drinks, an array of craft drinks which were fantastic. I stopped with a friend while we waited, and I had a hard time deciding what to order for myself. I went with what was known as the Stella. This was a pear vodka and elderflower drink with a cava champagne topper. It was fruity, refreshing, and delicious. The 1844 also had a number of bourbon options as well as seasonal tap beers, and I highly recommend stopping at this place for a drink as it represents class and modern sophistication. As for the reception of the wedding, it has taken place at a second floor banquet hall that had a wide open ballroom and a spacious outside terrace. The ballroom comes equipped with a kitchen and a full service bar as well, making this the perfect destination for any special occasion, let alone a wedding reception. Inside the Stella on the 5th floor rooftop is known as the Crow's Nest, which is a rooftop bar. I've heard nothing to amazing reviews about this place, but unfortunately could not get a sneak peek due to some renovations happening in that space. So I'll have to find another time to check it out next time. Well, guys, that is all I have for my introduction to Kenosha, Wisconsin. If you liked this video or found it helpful, be sure to hit like and subscribe at the bottom and stay aloof for when I release new content. It helps me out, which in return helps you out. And if I could ever help you with your housing goals, reach out to me, let's talk. I talk to people all day long about their housing goals and would love to help you out with yours. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.